You guys remember Undertale? Well, it has a sequel, alternate universe thingy. Anyway, at the moment, Deltarune has two chapters, and both have secret bosses that I've never fought. Until now! Technically, I fought Spamton before, but that was in the other route. We'll get to him later. Anyway, I've played this game before. Once, without discovering the secret bosses, which is pretty understandable. Secret boss of Chapter 1, Jeffel, is the easier of the two to discover the existence of. The existence of the boss fight, not the existence of the character. It's found in the secret basement of Card Castle, accessed through selecting the question marks on the elevator floor selection and going through a little quest involving Sean. Chapter 2 secret boss, on the other hand, I said I was going to get to later. Fine, read this. You absorbed all that yet? Because I'm not putting it back up. You're never going to hear about this guy again. This is totally me not twisting the truth to foreshadow all the terrible jokes I'm going to make related to him. Don't you guys believe me? Why would I ever lie to you? After all, this is the internet, the place where no one ever lies to you. What do you mean people can lie on the internet? So the game starts with a mysterious voice telling me to do stuff. This is basically the character creator of the game. You get to choose stuff like hairstyle, clothes, favorite blood type, and oh, never mind, I forgot my choices don't matter. Thanks, Wingdings. Anyway, I guess my name is Chris now, but I guess I'm non-binary now. Oh, too, wait. Anyway, I walk downstairs and go to school. This game is very realistic, aside from the goat people, dinosaurs, fish person, ghosts, cats, because we all know that cats are not real. You know, maybe this game isn't realistic. I take that back. Finding a partner when you have no friends in the class is still not great. Oh boy, this game makes me very thankful that I was only ever bullied emotionally and not physically. Yippee! That closet does not look normal. I think that's a portal to Narnia. Never mind. There are no lions, witches, or wardrobes here. Jokes aside, this is the dark world where the game really starts. Save Susie, lizard girl from earlier, from whatever this is supposed to be. Almost get murdered by spades and make it to Castletown. Here we fight the first battle of the game against Lancer, the spade guy from earlier. It's also a good time to mention the lag in the recording from me streaming this on Discord. I'll fix it later though, it's just for some of the beginning of Chapter 1. Anyway, the hooded figure we were protecting reveals himself as Rouse, a new permanent party member, who, if you don't skip his dialogue, tells you a very convenient prophecy about him, Chris, and Susie, and how they need to seal all of the not Castletown dark fountains. Susie abandons her responsibilities, while Rouse would have taught me how to fight, but I skipped it to go straight to this door, which leads to an area with one of the best songs in the game, Weird Bird, Field of Hopes and Dreams. I then meet up with Lancer a bit more and have to do this puzzle, which conveniently requires 3 people. Remember the shop for later? This guy Sean, or as someone in a call would later refer to him as One Eye, will be important for unlocking the secret boss, like I said in the intro. Unlike in my first playthrough, Barry does not die, and I solved this extremely difficult puzzle. I sure hope there aren't more of these later. This was really tough. And after some more puzzles and stuff, there are 2 more locations that are important, being this random room and this puzzle. Also remember this machine. I'm the original Starwalker. This battle has one of the best themes in the game, and it's only used for this very forgettable battle, an absolute crime. Now that Lancer has joined the party and Susie has rejoined, oh yeah, I forgot to mention, she left to become evil for a bit, but she's back now, I make my way to Card Castle, where the first and only big challenge of this playthrough lies. But first, Moss. What was that? What? Huh? That's not Jebel, that's... I can't think of something funny. Is that good? I don't know. So lovely. What? I don't know how to do this. Level 3. What? I cannot speak? Huh? Hello, 3 visitors standing inside. Who are you? That's decent. I'll take it. Nice to meet you. I'm Rouse. This is Chris, and... So, what the hell are you doing in there? I am innocent. What? I think I need to, drink water or something. Yeah. water is required. And I am out of water. Love that. I am innocent. What? Huh? This is gonna be super inconsistent. I'm innocent. Just wanted to play a game. But the boring game's about such fun to be in trouble. What was so funny about that? I don't... As punishment, I've read too far forward. As punishment, they crave to imprison my blood. Why is this so funny? But I'm fast. I cannot hold it together. But I'm fast. Clever. They've lost the chase and locked up their entire race, building a prison around the whole world. Now I'm the only free one. Huh? Free? But you're clearly the one behind bars. Things don't seem such from here, like nurse. Sounds like you don't need any help then. That is unso. I grow lonely in my little freedom. So, shall you play a game with me? It's the meaningless repeating. I've lost my place. I'll show you what it means to be free. Yeah, sure, let's play a game. Find the key, and I'll let you be free. The key is hidden from the eyes. The old shopkeeper knows a secret. Yeah, that voice decayed a lot. Remember when I told you to remember some seemingly random places? Well, this is where they become important. The first key is gotten from Sham. The second one is gotten from this random room. The third one is gotten from this puzzle. I then went to this guy and had him combine the pieces into one key. And now, we're Jeffel. The key. Marvelous fun is about to... This is too funny. I cannot... this is way too funny. I cannot hold myself together. A marvelous fun. Marvelous fun is about to be free. Won't you let yourself outside? It's not even what he says. That's... Visitors. I need to sit up. Now we can play. What? Then after you, I can play with everyone else. This voice is all over the place. I love it. So, what are we playing exactly? Oh, it's a first game. When your HP drops to 0, you lose. That's the kind of game you want to play, huh? Then I gotta warn you, dealing with a couple of sharks. Shark to shark, I wouldn't have it any other way. It's too funny. Now, let the games begin. Okay, so hey, it's the guy I joked about in the last video. Actually, though, this fight's the only real challenge of this playthrough. There's 2 ways you can beat Jebel. Like most things in this game, you can beat him up, or act to get him to be sparable. You technically can't spare him, you have to pacify him, but still. In order to be able to pacify him, you have to use the Hypnosis Act enough times to make him tired so you can use Pacify. That sounds easy, right? Wrong. First, your entire party has to be alive in order to use Hypnosis, and you 50% TP, cannot speak. The attacks also do a lot of damage, so if Jebel's target isn't defending, they're most likely gonna die. Also, Jebel targets Rousai a lot, the character with the lowest max HP, that he can take down in like a couple hits. Once you get the hang of it, the attacks get kind of easy to avoid. I really got this one though with the red scythe. And to make things a little bit easier, one of his attacks was reused from Martlet in Undertale Yellow, which I had played once before at the time of playing this. We don't talk about me procrastinating on this video by playing it again. We don't talk about this community post. Oh boy. What? Why is this so funny to me?
What fun! I'm exhausted.
Why is this so funny? I don't understand.
Unfortunately, you kids cannot have such a pleasant dream. From now on, a nightmare will awaken in your hearts. Nightmares, can you stop it? Either way,
I cannot.
mischief, chaos.
I am choking.
Lightners from inside your little cell. Take this and do your strongest.
Oh my god. Wow, thanks for the tail, buddy. Anyway, now it's time for the final boss. Oh no. Not more puzzles. I think I'm gonna be here for a while. Guys, I don't know. I don't know. It's gonna take a while, I think. Oof. That was really difficult. Now it's time for the final crap. Now it's actually time for the final boss. Yippee! Dead Pixel, by the way. Oh, and now he's dead. Trampled by the power of friendship. Oh my god, he's a goat. Undertale reference? It's all coming together. Rouse is an anagram of Azrael, and they're both goats. Oh my god. I should probably explain who Azrael is for people who have only watched the last video. I mentioned in said last video that there is a Flowey lure only in Pacifist. Well, Flowey is Azrael. It's kinda complicated, but basically Azrael was Asgore and Toriel's kid that died the same day as Chara, and he kind of fused with a flower somehow. In Deltarune, he's still Toriel and Asgore's kid, but he's away at college. Anyway, we get to seal the Dark Fountain. Woo! This is my favorite of the sealable Dark Fountains. We'll get to the other one later. Now it's time to go home and go to bed. Yes, Chris, those are your fingies. Oh god, that's a knife. That's a knife!
The light is running low, and the shadow.
I didn't record it, but Chris was actually just tearing me out of their body to eat their mom's pie. Isn't that wholesome? Back to school, yippee! Martlet, please get your little brother off this desk. He's putting me to sleep. And now back to the closet. Oh wait, we have to talk to this deer first. Let me go. I am now back in the Dark World, where Rouse tells me to grab this ball of trash. That's actually all our friends from last chapter. We also get our own rooms and stuff. And then we have to leave because Rouse wants us to focus on our education. Pfft, education. Who cares about education? We tried to do that and ended up in another Dark World. Oops. And now the deer's back. Her name is Noelle, by the way. I don't think I mentioned that. And now we meet serial number Q5U4EX7YY2E9N, which is what I will be calling her for the rest of the video, because that's funnier than just saying Queen, and I have no respect for my time. and also this section of the video is already gonna be unfunny. She sets us up to fight these things, which are normally instantly sparable with Rouse or Noelle, but neither of them are here right now. Game design! Anyway, after beating these things, Rouse joins us. Remember, this is a place into a little possible intentional plot hole later. Oh hey, our favorite keyboard smash is challenging me to the easiest game of Punch-Out ever. I've never even played Punch-Out, and I beat her. She's really bad. And after this puzzle that took me way longer than it should have, there are more puzzles like this, by the way, I just cut them out. I have now reached my least favorite fight in the game! Yippee! Why is it my least favorite? 1, it's unnecessarily long. 2, it's the same in both routes. And 3, you have to win by acting, and there's no way to win with fighting to speed it up. I actually know what this is. I have been raised correctly. And now, I'm not making the Martlet being Birdley's sister joke again. Now that Birdley's been defeated, I'm among my video game skills in the garbage dump. And now, at this door is a list of things to remember for later. Finally, my choices can match. Oh, never mind. After a little walk through the city and making a trouble tourist, Noelle joins my party. This is a good chance to explain how routes work in this game, since it's a bit different from Undertale. In Chapter 1, it's just the main route, with only minor changes based on if you spare and fight the enemies. However, Chapter 2 is a bit different. The first half issue is normal, until this point in the game where Noelle joins your party. You can activate the Snowgrave route, or as some call it, the Weird route, by using Ice Shock on every available enemy. This sounds like a genocide from Undertale, right? Wrong, it's actually a lot more complicated. In order to not lock yourself out of the route permanently, you have to walk up to this exact person, choose some very specific dialogue options, and equip the freeze ring onto Noelle. from this point forward, you have to choose proceed in every dialogue choice that has it, or else you'll abort the route. This is why I'm going to make a joke about the seemingly random word in the next video. Before you fight Birdly, what you would normally do to progress, you would have to go to this dumpster that I didn't go to this playthrough to purchase a ring for $1997. Add that to the list of jokes for the next video. If you forget to equip it before fighting Birdly, screw you, I guess, because you can't go back and this is the last weird requirement. If you do equip the ring, though, you can eventually manipulate Noelle into using the spell Snowgrave, and you turn Birdly into chicken nuggets. Delicious. Now you're locked in and some different sort of stuff happens, but that's not important. I've spent too long on this unimportant explanation already, and I'm going to talk about it a bit more later. Though that did save me a little bit of time explaining, so it's not that different from what happens on the normal route. After fighting Birdly and not turning him into chicken nuggets, I get into the car with serial number Q5U4EX7YY2E9N and Noelle. I gotta get the banana, of course. I also gotta bring up a community meme before a voice acting segment. I've done this twice now. Oh boy. Hey, I need to mentally prepare for this so that I don't laugh as much. I probably will laugh just about as much. Hey it's me, everybody's favorite #1 rated salesman. What? #1 rated salesman, 1997. Spammed. I'm not. What? I cannot read. Whoa, if it isn't words? What in my life has caused me to get to this situation where I have to read, I cannot speak. I'm not really forcing myself to do this, but I'm also phasing out the voice acting because I cannot keep it together and it is unprofessional. So what decisions have brought me to this point where I'm here reading the lines of a fictional salesman that lives in a dumpster. Not even a dumpster, a waste disposal unit. I just spoiled a joke, dang it. This entire part is improvised. So, what have I done to get to this point? Where would I be if it weren't for that gift of Let's Go Pikachu that I got for Christmas years ago? Which is what got me into Pokemon, which is what got me into YouTube. Where would I be? Would I be here? Voice acting Spampton? Would I be here? Knowing about the existence of the Spampton body pillow? Would I be playing Undertale Yellow when I'm supposed to be making a Deltarune video? Would I be here playing Minecraft? Finally beating the game without cheats? Which I did yesterday? I don't think I can continue on with Spampton's actual dialogue after this. Basically, he's like, hey, you, Chris, wow, you got that banana. Give me your soul, you should show me your soul now. And then, yeah. He's like, hey, you want hyperlink blocked? Show me your soul. Yeah, but I cannot speak. I need to, actually read now. This fight's technically possible to lose, but I've done it once already, and no, not to give Spampton any of my money, because he's not in it for the money, he's in it for the freedom? Doesn't seem very, very free, though, since he's literally homeless and lives in a dumpster. Not even a dumpster. Like I said earlier, it's a waste disposal unit, and you'll later see that he is a literal puppet. So you sure about that whole free thing, buddy? Also, there's a little Easter egg in this fight where if you press F1, you'll get 50% of your health back. I thought it was a PC exclusive, but if you click in one of the sticks on console, you get the same thing. Now on to the next step. I'll be waiting at my homemade storefront site in the trash area closed for repairs. Come below. And don't forget to like and subscribe for more Hyperlink Blocked. I'm not reading that. And now some very normal things. A little puzzle with Noelle, a big puzzle with everyone, and now something not normal. We have reached serial number Q5UE4EXYY2E9N's mansion where Lancer returns. I will never be able to read that number like a normal person. For a little bit until he returns to stone, because he's away from his own dark fountain, or the main dark fountain. But Rouse isn't turning to stone. And before that, Birdley gives us a backstory or something. It doesn't matter. For now, I can finally go back to the garbage dump door from earlier. I get the key gen from Spamted for a quest to go into Keyboard Smash's basement and get a USB from a very suspicious thing. I don't know how to describe this. What is this? I know what it is, but how would you describe it? And it's hard to see in the sprite. I don't know. But not before the hell teacups. I died to this 6 times. That's more than the secret boss himself. Also, a cool fact about this basement I never showed off is in the void off to the side of this one room down here, you can find a face that the community has named Mike. Some have speculated that he's related to Spamton in some way because Mike's eye color is the same as Spamton's glasses. I think it wouldn't be a big shot in the dark to say it could be a coincidence. After all, this color combination is used in a great deal of places. There's probably a little less than 1997 million uses of this exact color combo. Even if it's soulless and by accident. I need to stop. These puns need to be controlled. These puns are getting more and more of a stretch. Controlled, he never actually says controlled. Just based on the fact that he's a puppet. I don't know. Anyway, you guys know what you were getting into at the beginning of this video. I buried the USB back to Spamton, downloaded him onto it, and put it back where I found it. But I'm not reading all of this. Basically, he says, Chris, thanks for the Neo. I'm still feeling a little empty, though. You should give me your heart-shaped object, or I'll peepus your kneecaps off. Oh boy. More heart-shaped objects. Give them to me. At least it's a change of scenery from last time, and significantly easier this time. As you may have seen in the thumbnail, maybe, I'm trying out the new feature that lets you have up to 3 thumbnails to compare how they do. I actually only died 5 times. Less than the freaking teacups. It's time for me to finally address the fact that I've actually fought this guy before. The Snowgrave version of this fight is pretty similar. However, there's no option to snap strings like in the normal route, as well as only having Chris. The only way that I know of to beat the Snowgrave version is by fighting. Also, this is why I hate the Chapter 2 Dark Fountain, because I had to stare at it for forever. Now it's time to talk about the actual fight that's happening. You could probably fight in this fight to win, I don't actually know, but as I mentioned earlier, one of the acts for this fight is snapping strings. In order to win, he had to snap all the strings but one. Then a cutscene will play and Spamton freaking dies. Yippee! You win and get his glasses. Now it's time for actual game progression. The group splits up for a bit, with Chris and Rouse taking the swan boat back to the Acid River and doing some house puzzles, whatever you would call it. Well, this, hey, the machine's back. And of course, what these games are known for, gay representation. Now it's time to fight Keyboard Smash, who has captured Birdley and is now using him to fight us. Still didn't win though. Huh. The Knight. Sounds like a mystery that we're not going to get the answer to until Chapter 7. Maybe, just maybe, it's someone we already know. Huh. Anyway, more Punch-Out! This is the final boss of this chapter, and I surprisingly beat it first try. This fight is kind of hard sometimes, so I'm proud of myself. Birdley then tries to create a new dark fountain, to which Rouse responds with a whole essay about this thing called the Roaring. Basically the apocalypse brought on by opening too many dark fountains. Speaking of dark fountains, get this the freak out of my face, I never want to see it again. There we go, we're home, and oh, Chris, what are you doing? Why are you doing exercises on that windowsill? Oh, why are you going outside? I'm scared, why do I hear the sound of tires deflating? Everything's fine, see? Now it's time to go to bed. Wait, never mind.
Chris is the Knight? Mike?